Good morning YouTube, my name is Tom and I'm the crypto investor, and today I just wanted to jump back into the charts with you, have a look at Bitcoin and the wider crypto market. And you can see that since we last spoke, we have seen Bitcoin break that downward trend, which is lovely to see, and we are holding above this support line that I have in place. And just to remind you what that support line is and why I feel it is important. So this is a support line that goes back from the 14th of October. Basically, at the end of 2020, we were finding support along this line and it remained support, and Bitcoin then broke up to the upside and began its kind of parabolic growth phase. Of course, perhaps we got a bit overheated, a bit overexcited, and since have come back down, and we are finding support on that past trajectory that Bitcoin was on. I expect it to get back up to one of these higher trajectories. But, you know, as I said before, we do need to just find some support. Perhaps we go sideways, or we just, take away some of that exuberant climbing for a bit. But overall, the structure is returning. Things are starting to look quite nice for Bitcoin. We've had some positive news catalysts. We had the Mining Council put together, Michael Saylor and Elon Musk, looking at renewable initiatives, which has helped to go against that, the fossil fuel rhetoric that was growing against Bitcoin. We have had Ray Dalio say that he owns Bitcoin, which encourages a lot of investors. We've had Cathie Wood's ARK funds say that they've just bought $20 million worth of Bitcoin. They also have $20 million worth of Ethereum. So that's the company rather than one of their funds. So, barring some more FUD, and it's very possible that we do get another news catalyst that disrupts Bitcoin, but barring FUD, on the charts, technically we are looking quite nice. So this is the 4-hour chart, and what I'm looking at here and what I'm reassured by is we're getting a series of higher highs and higher lows. And just to clarify for anyone who's not sure about what that means, it's a basic part of technical analysis, is that when you get a swing high, so this is a swing high, it's a higher high. Sorry, this is the high. And then you get a low. What you're then looking for is for the market to put in a higher high. So a high that beats that previous one. And so we got that. And so, this means we're in an upward channel. And what we're now looking for is a higher low. So the low previously came in at 36,600. So we'll be looking for a low, around here, perhaps on this support line here where we had previous resistance. So I would say that that's most likely what we'll get, unless there's a news catalyst. So we're looking for a higher low, and then after that we want a higher high. So perhaps we go up towards here, or perhaps we go all the way to this 42,000, and then we find some resistance there, and then we'll be coming back down. We'll be looking for perhaps a higher low here, and then maybe Bitcoin builds momentum, coils underneath this, and then breaks out above 42,000, and then it'll be in an air pocket, and that's when you can see quite nice moves. And I think a lot of the people that have got their capital on the sidelines will likely kind of rush in as and when we get that break above 43,000. That's what many people be waiting for. But overall, this is some nice structure to see. So I think we see something like this, and then a bit of a coil, and then that breakout. And then, maybe we'll probably get the retest. Normally you do, the retest, confirmation that resistance is now support, and then the resumption up. So that's what I'll be looking for from Bitcoin over the next coming days or so. Just to look at what that means for Bitcoin versus Ethereum. So what's nice to see is that Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin right now, which, if you look at Bitcoin as a safe haven in the crypto space, of course it's very volatile in traditional senses, but in the crypto space it's the safe haven asset. The fact that more and more capital is starting to go into Ethereum and alts, so Bitcoin dominance is coming down, that tells you that more confidence is returning to the market. So that's a good sign overall. So we saw Bitcoin's dominance peak out at 48.3%. We've since come back down, we're at 43%. So already getting closer and closer to those previous lows that we've seen of Bitcoin dominance. So that means that people are more and more confident in the market. And looking at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, you can see that as I discussed in the video, we found support in this kind of consolidation area. We've since moved up, and Ethereum is outpacing Bitcoin, and it's something I expect it to do so. I think we'll take out this high here. Overall, we've seen Ethereum make a 30% gain over Bitcoin since that low on the 28th of March. So that's great to see. Overall, the total market cap of crypto is sitting at 1.7 trillion. We are still down significantly from that peak that we saw of 2.5 trillion. So, I do feel that a lot of the valuations that we had in the market were somewhat false due to people on margin having extra liquidity in the market through borrowed capital and as well as derivatives. But I think we get back up there, and as I said before, I don't think it's a quick V shape because of that false capital in the system. But I'm very happy with us slow and steady making our way up. We're seeing a nice return to bullish structure. So just pay attention to this. Hopefully we're going to put in that higher low, and we should start to resume up and take a pop at the $42,000 to $43,000 mark on Bitcoin. And just to clarify why I'm only really looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, together they represent, 60-70% of the total market cap, and we'll start looking at the other coins as and when the confidence really has kind of returned to those two mega caps, and then we'll start to think of things below. But right now, we're just looking at the health of the total crypto space using those two assets as our yardsticks. Okay, if you found this useful in any way, please do put a like, a comment, a subscribe, share it with your mates. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to know that I'm adding some kind of value. Please do your own research. I am just a stranger on the internet, and encourage you to, that this is not financial advice. I'm just simply sharing my thoughts and opinions on the crypto market as a whole. All right, happy investing, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.